Hey, welcome to Five Lakes Garage. Well, actually today I can call it Five Lakes Cooking. Alright, so you probably saw my chili mac video. I actually got some pretty good comments on that one. Everybody likes it, it seems like. So what we're going to do today is actually prep for a jambalaya. Now, you probably already figured out right now I do like scouting, I do like camping, and this weekend I'll be camping with my patrol mates. Now, before you go camping, you got to be prepared. You got to get prepped. So what we're going to do today is get prepped for jambalaya. And this is everything you want to bring. Now, you don't want to bring all of this with you when you go out on the trail or go camping. Even if it's trunk camping or truck camping or whatever you want to call it, you don't want to bring all this stuff up here because you got to bring it all the crap back. So we're going to prep it. So we're going to make some jambalaya. We got some sausage, some good sausage here. We got some Cajun stuff. We're going to put some veggies in there, a little bit of onions, some peppers, some celery, garlic. Gotta love garlic. I love garlic. We're going to get some rice, some diced tomatoes, some chicken broth, Cajun seasoning, salt, pepper, and a little bit of cayenne. All right, so basically what I usually do is I set up some Pyrex. And I will put them into a cooler. Now, before I go, I'm going to chop all this stuff up, so all I have to do is throw it right in, which I'm going to show you that here in a little bit. But I also, like, I'll put the sausage, put it in a Tupperware. Grab onions, all your veggies, put it in a Tupperware. Now, I do use these Pyrex. You can stick it in the freezer, and that's what I'm going to do, because that keeps your cooler even colder and longer. So let's chop all this stuff up and get it ready and prepped for camping. All right, first thing we're going to do is find yourself some Pyrex and then also your sausage. Now your sausage, we're going to go ahead and pre-cut it so that when we're out there on the trail, we do not need to worry about cutting it or wasting all that time, because when we want to cook, we just want to cook and then we want to eat it. All right, all your sausages is ready. We're going to keep this aside because we're going to cook this separate than everything else. Kick it to the side. All right, next thing we're going to do is do all of the veggies, and all the veggies are actually going to be cooked all at the same time. So I'm going to grab a big jug or a big Pyrex. Hopefully you remember the last time I was cutting up onions for the chili mac. Don't go all the way down. Go hold it together while you cut it. All right, this is a pretty big onion, so I'm only going to do half of the onion. And then we'll do peppers and celery. And oh my goodness, some goodness. All right, so we've got our vegetables all prepped and ready. So the only thing we have left will be our spices. Well, actually, we're going to put that in the veggies. So let's put our spices in. Now, garlic is about a teaspoon. Yeah, a teaspoon and a half. I like garlic, like I told you before. Now we're going to put some Cajun in there. We usually put about a tablespoon, or teaspoon rather, not a tablespoon. I mean, you could put a tablespoon in, but that would be kind of strong. But let's just put a heap and pile. Maybe a little bit more. I like it spice. All right. Then we're going to take pepper and a little bit of salt. All right, so we're not going to have any kids there this weekend, so I could put a little bit of cayenne in there. Just a little bit, just a little spice on top. Now we can close it up. There we go. So to round off this dish, like I said, we're going to have some diced tomatoes. We just carry the whole can. Now with the chicken broth, we're only going to use half of it. You could put this in a container, but it will leak. So I'm just going to leave it right there. And also you can use it for breakfast as well. If you have some potatoes or something like that, you can use that just to degrease the pan. What else we got here? Oh, we got some rice, and that's it. This is all so that whole big thing here, now we only have a little bit here. All right, like I said before, I'm gonna put this in the freezer. Now this is gonna be something I'm gonna cook Saturday night, and by then it will be thawed out, but it will also keep the cooler a lot colder. All right, so the next time you see me, I'm not gonna be dressed like this. I'll have a t-shirt on, and I'll be in front of a Dutch oven trying to cook all this wonderful stuff. So join me. All right, as you can see, we are not at the campsite again. Like I said in my other video, it rained a lot. The lighting was horrible. Hopefully today the lighting is a little bit better. We are outside. It is overcast, but should be in a lot better shape. So we've already prepped everything. We froze it, we put it in the cooler. Now it's time to cook it. So we're gonna cook some jambalaya. Some good. So we have everything that we need here to get started. So we are going to start getting the coals ready. We are going to be using charcoal again. I have, if you saw my other video, I have my chimney, got my charcoal, and because I'm a cheater, I'm gonna have some use these tumbleweed fire starters. So we're gonna get this going, and then we're gonna start cooking. We got everything prepped, get everything ready, but we gotta get charcoal ready. So let's go. All right, like I said in the other video, we're gonna wait till these coals get nice and white-ish, and about every 10 minutes or so, or maybe less, 5 minutes, I'm just gonna shake it up to make sure that the flame and burning gets all the way around it. So when we come back, I'll have the Dutch oven out here, I get the rest of the gear, and we're gonna start cooking. All right, we got everything set. Our coals are pretty much ready. And what we're gonna do is actually we're gonna put all of them down at the bottom. Now eventually we're gonna take some of the ones on the bottom and put them to the top, but we wanna get this sausage cooked pretty darn quickly. And like I said on the other video, there is a science on how many coals you put in for each thing. I'm just gonna put a bunch of them up there because I'm hungry. All right. All right, so this is what we got. All right, so we have our sausage, we have our veggies, and also spices and everything like that in there. And we also got our rice, and we have some diced tomatoes, but I have the chicken broth inside because it's in an open container and I didn't want bugs to get in it. So I'm gonna get that later. But first we need to get our sausage going. This is gonna smell so good. So you see, just cut them up. We're gonna stick them in there. And I can already hear it sizzling. Okay, always keep your Tupperware handy because you need stuff for leftovers. All right, we're gonna brown these up. So now, once again, we wait. Now for this type of stuff, we just wanna brown it. So every couple minutes, I'll pull the lid and just stir it up. Just make sure we don't get stuck to the bottom, and also we don't want it to burn. Burning is bad. You get a lot of complaints if it's burnt. So don't burn it. So I'm gonna cook this up, and when it is golden brown and ready to go, we're gonna start with the veggies. We're gonna throw that in there and leave that in there to simmer for a few minutes. So until then, we'll see you in a few. All right, so our sausages have been cooked. Now we're gonna add our veggies. So as you remember, put everything in a tub. Let's see what she looks like. All right, so what we're gonna do now is actually take some of the coals from the bottom and put it on the top, because now we want it all the way around it. And once the vegetables are nice and tender, we're gonna be able to put our rice on. Once you put the rice on, we're gonna mix all that up, and then we'll put the chicken broth in there, and then we just let it simmer and wait. The only problem though is that it's gonna smell so good, but we still have to wait like 25-30 minutes for it to actually, it's rice. You gotta wait for the rice to cook. Once the rice is cooked, take it off the coals, just let it sit, let it marinate, and let it everything just join together, and then it is ready to go and ready to eat. So let's put some coals from the bottom to the top. give it a good stir while it's cooking. All right, so we have the veggies in there. We're gonna run that about 5, maybe 8 minutes or so. I should be able to get it tender enough so that when we put the rice in, put everything else in, and it should be able to cook down and render really nicely. But I bet you want to see what's in that pot, don't you? Because it looks good. Let's go. Now it's got that nice red color because all the tomato paste. Also has all the other colors in there because all the veggies. But it looks good. I'm sure it's going to taste good. But we're going to let it simmer for about 5 minutes. Maybe 6. Give me about 3.5 minutes. Maybe 4. She's going to be ready to marry somebody. All right, we're back. So actually it's been about 7 minutes or so. The veggies are cooking down really nicely. Next thing we're gonna do is throw the rice in. So I just put it in a little Tupperware once again because I love Pyrex. All right, let's get the lid off. And then you're gonna take this, and we wanna make sure that the rice is coated on everything. All in between the veggies, all on the bottom. Get all that seasoning on there. Good. We're gonna go ahead and put our diced tomatoes in. Kind of need the juice, and also kind of want it to have that tomato taste. All right, just pour it right in. All right, so basically everything is ready to go except for the chicken broth. And what this really is I just add water, and we use concentrate chicken broth. So I put a couple teaspoons in there. You can buy it by the box or whichever. We just do it this way because it saves a lot of packaging. Now it takes about 3 cups for this recipe. So about 3 cups of chicken broth. And we're just gonna let that simmer for about 25. We'll start checking it at 25 minutes, but I'm thinking it's gonna take about 30. All right, so let's put the lid back on. All right, so you can come back in about 30 minutes. Well, it's gonna be about 30 minutes for me. It's gonna be about 2 seconds for you guys. But I do it for you. See, now you can make jambalaya out in the woods or out in the backyard with the very angry birds that are over here that keep fighting with each other. But now my mom's calling, so I gotta talk to her. So I'll see you in a minute. All right, so we're pretty much done. That's about 25 minutes. So we're gonna give it a taste. I'll even show you what it's gonna look like. So I'm gonna take a little bit. Mostly just wanna make sure the rice is cooked. This is gonna be lava hot. And I'm dripping all over the sidewalks, which is gonna be great for the ants. Well, it's hot. I should give that rice just a few more minutes. Another 5 minutes, we should be in good shape. Man, that is good. It might need just a little bit more water in there though. Just because it's getting a little too thick, and I kind of like my jambalaya a little soupy, not quite a little bit, just a little bit, just a little moisture. So I'm gonna go and add some water and let it simmer for another 5 minutes. And then it's time to get rid of the coals, bring it inside, let it sit, and then serve it up. Might actually have to have a beverage with it because I'm not in the woods, I'm in my backyard. So I can have a beverage. So come back in a couple minutes. All right, it's been about 5 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and take it off. I'm gonna let you see it one more time before I bring it inside, and I'll show you when it's plated. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's so lovely. All the peppers and the onions and the tomatoes and the spices. So I'm gonna show you a quick picture of it as I plate it and put it in some bowls. But hopefully you guys will be able to get outside and cook this up yourself. Don't just watch me do it. Get out there and do it yourself. I do most of these videos not really for my entertainment. It's mostly for yours. And also I want you guys and girls to get out there and start doing some stuff. It's very easy. You just gotta have the right stuff. Get your stuff and cook. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it, and I think it's gonna be fantastically awesome once we actually get it in there. So watch out for more cooking stuff. We got some cobblers coming. We got some apple crisp coming. We got all that type of stuff. Just prep it, bring it with you. I got 3 weekends in a row that I'm camping here coming up soon. So hopefully I'll have videos on cooking each time. Some of them might even be in a little jet boil, you know, if you're out there hiking. But anyway, till then, keep cooking and keep eating, because this is some good stuff. Later. Ah!